Hey, what's up, Colts Nation? I'm Josh Hudgens with the Common Colt Podcast. Just giving a quick reaction to today's game, or I guess if you want to call it a game, as the Colts fall to the Cincinnati Bengals in what I would say was probably their biggest game of the season. They have maybe their worst performance of the season. And on our show, if you don't know about it, we give one-word reactions. And I want you to comment your one-word reaction below, but my one word is garbage. You could even call it hot garbage, but that's two words, that's cheating. So my one word reaction is garbage. And honestly, from the opening whistle, the Colts just did not seem prepared today. Mistakes in special teams. Matt Gay misses a field goal, misses the extra point. Offensively, the play calling wasn't great. They couldn't get the run game going. Minshew was erratic. The officiating, I thought the officiating was garbage today. It kind of brought me back to that Browns game earlier in the season where the Colts had lost that game. I guess the only difference in this game and the Browns game, in my opinion, I felt the Colts had done enough to win that Browns game. Whereas this game, even though the officials weren't great, the Colts still did not play well enough to win this game. You look at the Isaiah McKenzie punt, that was muffed. And I know his blocker kind of got in the way and there might have been some miscommunication there, but it was still a mistake. The holding call on Zach Moss's touchdown in the fourth quarter on Quentin Nelson, that play, maybe an officiating mistake. Regardless, it felt like every single quarter there was some sort of mistake that cost the team. And they just couldn't overcome it today. So when I look at this game and I think about the Colts season, it definitely hurts because this one, if they were able to find a way to win this game, when you look at what's happening in the AFC South right now, especially the Texans, they've lost to the Jets. I'm thinking the Titans are going to probably lose to Miami next on Monday, and obviously right now as I record this, the Jaguars are losing to the Browns. Not sure how that's going to end up, but. The Colts could have gained some ground today in the division race. But regardless, back to this game specifically, I think this is a good example of what happens when your team lacks a starting quarterback who can stretch the field with his arm consistently or give another threat outside of the 5-yard slant route. Anthony Richardson's going to be able to provide that next season. He's going to be able to run and hopefully protect himself when he does run. And he's going to be able to take the shots downfield where we've seen Minshew take some shots downfield. They're calculated. And sometimes it doesn't seem like he's got the arm to stretch the field. And obviously Jonathan Taylor was out this game. And Zach Moss had some drop passes and he just wasn't able to bust any big runs. I think not having a starting elite or not having a strong starting quarterback and not having a strong starting running back showed today. There's obviously some other injuries that hurt him. EJ Speed was out. Braden Smith was out. Secondary is still an issue. Juju Brents is out today. When I just look at this game all across the board, I wish I could just kind of burn the tape. But the truth is it was their biggest game of the season, and they just did not come out sharp today. Now, looking forward to the rest of their season, the Colts have got to find a way to kind of reset here. I think there's a chance maybe they get Juju Brents back next week. I think there's a chance, a good chance they could beat the Steelers. The Steelers are obviously fighting for a playoff spot too, so that one has just as much meaning as this one, especially now with the loss. So the Colts are going to have short memories and kind of fight back, and I think they can, especially with the losses that are happening right now in the AFC South. The AFC is just such a cluster right now. Obviously, the Bengals are in there, and they just beat us today. The Bills are right up in there. The Colts just cannot afford to lose any game, let alone to AFC teams who are right there fighting with them for that playoff spot. But I don't think the season's over. I'm not going to overreact. This is a quick reaction, but hopefully not an overreaction. I think this team can still make the playoffs. They just the margin for error has now shrunk. And I think it's going to come down to beating Pittsburgh and getting some other wins. And man, that game against Houston late in the season, I think that one could be a big game for the Colts. And I just think back to that Browns game, and I know I referenced it earlier with that penalty, those two penalties against the Colts. And I think if we would have won that game, or what will this game mean for the Colts when it comes to end of season standings or end of season playoff seeding? Could that be a game we can look back to and point at, hey, the Colts missed the playoffs because they lost that game? Regardless, all you could do is win what's in front of you, and they didn't win today, and the Colts have an opportunity just to continue to take care of business, and they're going to have to do that. We got to hope for some other losses, so we'll hope on that, guys. But I appreciate you watching our show, and if you're interested in staying tuned on Colts content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It would mean so much to us. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I hope you have a great day, and hopefully the Colts get better next week. Thanks for watching.